And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever 2. Alright, I'm thinking of pushing fuel into Flexton here, but the problem is traffic. And if we look at our demand, I think this thing leveled up. Yeah, it leveled up. And yeah, we're at 855 total consumers out of those two cities. So I want to start supplying Flexton. Now, I could drop it into here and try to truck it around, but that would just be more vehicles, and our traffic is already really bad. So unless we royally gut the city and add like a highway system in here with like limited access ramps, because all that is in here. Right here, highway ramp, medium highway, large highway. So the highways are in here, but yeah, it's not looking good for what we needed to do. Like, we would have to cut a swath through the city, like big, like basically 2 blocks through the city, and then add like highway ramps and stuff here and there. It, definitely possible, but that would severely limit what we can do. It would definitely help. Flexton, it would even be more brutal, because you would have to just crush, like, basically this inner area here, just completely mow this down and connect these two cities like that. I am not sure how much I want to do that though. I really wish I knew where all these cars were going, because it looks to me like all these cars are coming in here. I modified these to be one-ways. So these are one-ways in here. No, I mean, it looks to me like all these cars come in here, get on this lane, come up here, and then return back right back to where they were going. That's what it looks like. It would be very bizarre if that was the case. So I want to load in some fuel. Now, it would be stupid to load it in down here, because there's nothing around here that needs fuel. It's all in this area up here. So one thing I could do is I could basically take this station here, and I could build a station up over here for cargo only. Buildings, cargo. Let's do 4-track. Spin you around. Let's dial this in. Right in like that. Actually, let's hug this corner instead. Line ourselves up with those buildings. Get as much of that coverage as possible. Pretty decent amount of coverage in there. Not perfect, but so far so good. Then I want to take you and configure, and let's put a large cargo here, large cargo there, to get even more coverage a little bit of ways away. And then we can add some roads in here. Beautiful. Let's get a road right in here. Sorry about that, guys, but we're gonna need now this a little jankier, but it is what it is. Let's try to square that off. I want to go straight across here. And this is just awful looking. So if if we tie in right there, let's go down straight across here. Square that off. Let's go down straight across here. Square that off. And then if we have to do a diagonal, we can do that. Now, in order to get the AI to not be derpy, let's get some of these middle areas reserved. Just so it's not tempted to do anything funny in there. What is down? Oh, something down there. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now, as far as deliveries go, I'm not liking this at all. So what I'm going to do, because if we look at our lines in here, we are using this. I'm tempted to take this here, make this a one-way going this, into the city, and then basically going right across and joining it up with here. That's what I'm tempted to do. But it would bulldoze a lot of my demand that I've already got going over here. But crossing this area with trucks is probably not a good idea. One thing I could do, I'm going to take this away. And I'm going to take you, and I'm going to join you up over to here. But I'm going to underground you. So we have a little bypass. And that would allow me to put a truck station over here. Let's get rid of you. I'm going to do another underground segment here. Too much slope, too much slope. Wow. Okay, how about try to line that up. There. And then we can grab you. No, I didn't want to actually complete that. Something like that. Because we have this road going underneath here somehow. Not sure what's going on here. Oh yeah, it's going underneath. Nice little block. Because I want to do a truck stop over here. And how do I want to do this? Right in here. Let's make sure we're lined up so we don't interfere with that underpass. Because I may want to move my construction material up here as well. Okay, let's do street access here. Okay, now you're good to go. Now let's just connect this street. Up with that street. And that should do it. Multiple vehicles are poor. Let's see. Condition very bad. Green. Wow. Okay. Manage vehicles. Replace. Diesel. One of these. Cargo. Now the box car. Oh, these are gondolas, aren't they? Yeah, these are gondolas. Gondola. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. These are shorter than these gondolas, so we can fit more of them on there. Let's replace and then color them whatever color. And they're already set. Okay, good. Now they can hold way more grain. Still multiple. Okay, very bad. Talador clockwise managed vehicles. I meant to do this in between episodes, but I got sidetracked. Okay, so these are MAN SL 192s, which hold 16 people. Well, we've got the MAZ 103, which holds 19. I think that's probably a good one. And we're going to do red. And then Talonor clockwise, manage, U, replace, blue, and Dawn, manage, U, red, Dawn clockwise, pretty fast. Oh, the buses. Look at that, they're completely full. I don't know if we have, like, these hold 21 people. $23 people. I might want to wait until I get the heavy hauling mod, because I think that one of the first things that unlocks is the bus, and the bus holds like 75 people. So I'm gonna wait on that line. The construction materials, I may completely redo that, and that's the only, yeah, it's the only one on there. And the pink food supply, manage. Let's replace diesel. Let's do 2 of these. Cargo. And the boxcar, see, I don't use this boxcar. This boxcar is huge compared to the other one. I mean, it's so much longer. Does it tell you how long this is? I don't think so. But look at the, I mean, you can obviously see the difference. So the heavy hauling mod does not use this model. It uses this model up here, because this one is just too big, and it doesn't haul very much at all. So do I want? 16 of those. And let's set you to like a dark pink. That should take care of all my vehicles. Nope. Well, yeah, construction materials, we're gonna need to do that. The right streetcar, I think that is a, is that a bus? Let's do vehicles. Let's look. Let's look. It is a bus. 26 people compared to the 21 there. But we're only 2 years away, I think, from the bus that holds, 3 times that many people. Because it just packs them in there like sardines. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is put some waypoints on here so we can skip around that whole thing. And then let's look at cargo. So we're going to pop up over here. So I think it would be nice to have a truck offloader right in here, because we would be able to offload a lot of material in here. Like who do you see? You don't cover these in here, so ideally we would have these covered as well. So let's get you covered. Yeah, I may want to completely redo my delivery of materials just to cut down on the sheer amount of things going on here. Like, part of me wants to try to avoid all of the main thoroughfares of traffic. So here, this one, well, let's see. We're going to drop that off. We're going to need to zigzag out of there and maybe drop off right in here. That covers a lot of ground. And the northern bound traffic is not as bad as the southern bound stuff. So let's create a line. This is going to be the Flex Fuel Trucks line. And you're going to be like a dark red. Or even a darker red. I want a darker red. Okay, so you're going to come in. Well, before we do that, let's finalize the return trip here. So you're going to drop off here. You're going to come up. We might want to drop some off over here too. Not as much fuel demand. But again, this might also be switched to the construction material. So we got to think about that. I'm sorry about my voice. My voice is kind of going here. I've been talking for hours. Okay, so one there, one there. I think right up in here somewhere. Drop that off. Let's see. Can we eke out a stop like right in here? Oh, look at that coverage. Beautiful. Beautiful coverage there. So, fuel trucks, add station. Here. To here. To here. Then to here. Then to here. Nice. Okay. Let's switch this one over to 1. Like so. So the first trucks we're going to put on there. We need another depot. I don't want to I don't want to have a whole bunch of trucks coming out of here and trying to worm their way up into this area. That would probably not work so well. So I think right in here is probably okay. So you new vehicles, cargo. We're gonna go with the tanker truck for now. Bingo. Now we need the train, because the trucks, that's going to help have more coverage of this 653. So when the train finally connects, it'll be like, oh, we have another 600 demand. And I've already run, I did them in between episodes, I ran a second line for oil, and I ran a second line for crude, because look, we have 9,000 crude over here. 9,000 crude. I mean, we're hauling 360 at a time. We really need the heavy hauling mod. It's the only way we're going to be able to satisfy the demand for all this. Okay, so now we want to come over here. And we're going to take... which side? What other goods do we have here? Tools and material, fuel, and goods. So we may take the goods up and around here as well, but the goods are more of a commercial thing, and those are more on the eastern side of town here. The western seems to be heavily industry. Okay, so I'm thinking the one here is going to be our go-to. So we're going to loop this around, so it's got to go either... Well, we could probably go underneath. Yeah, we can go underneath there. So let's tighten that up a little bit. Now we're going to want to bridge over the water. Let's get this output first. Get it pointed our direction. Likely going to need 2 trains on here. Okay, so now we're going to bend you over this way. Let's get you pointed more or less like here. Raise you up a few levels. Bingo. Now we should there we go. Okay. Should we double that? Should we double that track right away? Now I didn't expand this station. Should I do that? I might want to do that. To sort of future-proof it. Because if we're going to be delivering goods and we're going to be delivering like tools and all that kind of stuff, I want to make sure we have plenty of space to do that. So let's go take this out and then configure. Remember, we can only do like 2, so we're going to pause it while we do this. Better do it now than when the city has grown up and around it. Like so. I mean, we're already sprawled pretty far. Okay. Okay, so the heavy hauling stuff does start to unlock in 2010, but I think it's 2010, 2015, and 2020 is once you hit 2020, then all of the heavy hauling stuff is unlocked. Now, of course, we need another depot in here. Yes, and there's a lot of depots. I know. I try to do clean setups like this one up here, or down here where we have all of them using it, but sometimes you just can't. Okay, now we need a line, new line. This one's going to be flex fuel supply, and you are going to be orange. So you to here. Okay. Yeah, I remember my fuel lines were usually dark red, not orange. Orange was construction material. So I can change those in a little bit. But dark red. The dark red wagons, the fuel wagons, are sweet looking. Okay. So we have a lot of demand. We have no oil stored up, which tells me we need to double up our delivery of oil. But oil is not really backed up very far, so we need to double up our delivery of crude. Much, yeah, we have another 1,000 possibilities here. So I've already run the lines, so we just need to do the new line. This is crude F oil 1, 2. Obviously going to be black. Okay, so you to you. Using that other terminal, which is what I'm going for here. Okay. And let's get a couple trains. Diesel here. I think we just had one. Let's look at the stats here. One engine, 18 wagons. Now, this new tank car, black, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I want 2 of these. 105 million. Good to go. Let's begin the run again. So now, yeah, we're already seeing there's almost 10,000 oil sitting here. That's why I have four possible lines, because wow, is it producing fast. And we can start shipping double time over here. Now, I probably could get away with doing a third. Possibly. Yeah, see, these engines, these are not filling up on each run, so we have plenty to go around. So now we want to get new vehicles. And I'm going to do two engines. Tank car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18. We want 2 of these. You are going to be dark red. And flex. So now, yep, Flexton right there. Starting to see that, and you can see the shipment jumping massively. But we're going to run out of oil really, really fast. So, yeah, we need that crude. That extra crude line coming up here. All right, you are grabbing said crude. Yeah, ideally, I mean, in the past series that I did, the Uber production series, I had one line in between, and then I had multiple depots to force the track that they were using. And then I just had one line, and all trains were picking up from that one line. And I could do that again. Maybe I'll test that for this one down here. Because this is a terminus station, so I can spider out a bunch of depots. But just having one line, that way it's picking up from this pool of 9600 every time. And he doesn't have to deliver extra to a second line. I don't know what, what the benefit is of that, if there is one. So we have a whole nother set coming in here. This guy's loading up. So yeah, having this doubled up is really going to help. As soon as these stupid trains eke their way out of the depot, they're so slow when they come out. It's painful. Now these other fuel lines, I wanna swap these over. Okay, so this sticks out a little bit. Do you have enough space there? I think you do. And I think I left, yeah, a pretty good lead here. So, because if the train is backed up into this area, when it turns around, it'll be on the wrong track. So that's a problem. You don't want that to happen. Okay. Yes, I know multiple vehicles are poor. I know. We're gonna deal with construction materials in a bit. We're so close to the heavy hauling mod. I want to take my time with this here. So we only see it's only seeing Flexton is only seeing 100. Well, it's not okay. I gotta watch myself from doing that. It sees more, but it just can't produce it. This will only update when it gets enough material to actually start crafting and building stuff. Okay, we just had we had two trains drop off over here. Which is good. Consumers, you should be seeing more consumption because this upgraded, so it should see 2000, but it won't see that 2000. Okay, so part of me wants to I'm gonna take these out. Okay, we're gonna double this again. Actually, let me do that in between episodes. I'll run all this. There's a lot of track to run, right? It's a lot of track. So let me do all that in between episodes, and then we'll come back and see if we can't supercharge this. And hopefully, we'll be close to 2010 when we come back. I'll keep an eye on the date, make sure that I'm recording when 2010 rolls around, because it should unlock at least one vehicle. I made that mod a while ago, so I don't know exactly what the unlocks are. But yeah, we should at least see one vehicle that'll help us out in this process. And there's a ferry and a rail. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.